Hey, what's going on, everyone? Here's the dollar. Dollar made a hammer, had a left shoulder, made a bottom, came across the 8, came back into the 8, best buy right there, and took off, and now it's sunken back into the 13. See if 13 and 8 can hold as prices come back into support. Looks like it's creating a right shoulder. We have a left shoulder head, and now the right shoulder. Look for flat top breaks coming into its natural course of return on the bend here. So all is well with the dollar as it is gathering support over the 8 and 13 now on a daily basis. Let's see what's going on with the weekly. The weekly is just a double back. See how that turns out for the rest of the week. S&P, nothing. Figured it would break out or something. Something's hesitating. So we had the reverse head and shoulders top, which is supposed to be at a bottom. So this is a how would you explain it? A topsy-turvy failure. So it failed, came across, came into support, came in, came out, now it bounced. So breaking previous highs for the week would be awesome for this little thing to take off one more time. See what happens. Looks like it covered the gap. Just about. But it's holding support on the daily. And so far for the week, looks like we got a spinning top. So a little indecision so far this week. Indecision. Bulls and the Bears are fighting it out. See who wins. Dow Jones weekly, we got to pay attention to the hammer. We need to confirm this hammer, or is it a hanging man? Right now we have a falling star to boot for the week. So a little breakout and then came all the way back into support. That could be a falling star or an inverted hammer right over the 8. So again, we need to confirm these candles. Right now it's got a high level of consolidation, and then it's still trying to build outside that consolidation. But it's a little lackluster, I think. On the daily, same thing. You can see the whipsaw now. Came back into support. So we got support still on the daily. But we are working with a double top whipsaw. And we're still above the previous pattern. We'll need to close above previous highs to get this thing rolling. Right now it's below previous highs. So now we're in this range. Back into previous highs. If we break below the 8, then we can crash into these previous candle range. So there you go. Dow is working off of a whipsaw now, confirmed on the downside. We got a 3-bar pattern too, so you want to recognize a evening star when you see one. Not exactly perfect, but if you look up the evening star, you can see how this made a top and then closed below, making this an evening star 3-bar pattern. But it's not perfect, but it has that trading action. So NASDAQ is still trying to break. A little lackluster. Might be just about time this thing loses gas. I don't know. Anything could happen. Up 10 points. Dow Jones down 36 points. S&P up 1.6. So we got things that are up. We got things that are down. Again, with that price divergence, see what happens for the rest of the week. The Dow is consolidating on a bottom, and these are all tops. So I think it's probable that the indices are going to come down and the dollar is going to consolidate and move on up. That's just me though. Looks like the crude finally broke down. There's that evening star. Not perfect, but it has that action. I think a true evening star this star would have to be above the close and the open up here, all by itself. So a true evening star would be all by itself. But this has a trading action, like I said, and it did confirm on the downside, breaking that steep incline. Oh no, that one, crude doesn't have a steep incline. If you scrunch it up, you do, but not as bad as the indices. So this is going to have to consolidate. It's closing for now on a weekly below the 8, and definitely below the 8, 13, and 34 on the daily. So momentum is lost so far. We got support on previous lows in and around 54, where previous highs came in and previous lows came in to touch it. So it needs to gather its legs again and try again, or is it going to break down into previous support lines? We'll have to see. Not confirmed on the downside, bearishness. Coal. Looks like coal hit a bearish retracement. You can see the cross here came bearish retraced here, rejected here, came across the 8, got rejected there, came across through time, popped across, did a triple top. You got tracer tops here all the way down, and now the bearish flag into resistance. So look for lower prices on coal as it wants to keep going. The bearish retracement's in. Look at that definite cross outside the line, came into resistance and got rejected. So there you go. You can see that rejection now. So bearish on coal. Had a nice run. So let's have it come down into previous highs through the range, maybe support at 32. See what happens. Lots of support on the way down on that one. So far for the week on the Nikkei, it looks like a bearish retracement. Need to confirm on the downside. Cross that 8. Just hanging on the thread. It's coming into resistance one more time. See if it'll boom past it or if it gets rejected and allows it to come down. Bitcoin had a great day yesterday. Looks like Bitcoin is still up today. Let's look at that at a smaller time frame. Hit a lower high here, definitely broke down. Double bottom here, double back here. Nice hammer right there. Take it and run. Came across the 34 into support. Now it's doubling back. Look for previous high breaks at 1060. And it's coming into that high. I think on a weekly we close above previous highs and we're good. So it's looks like 1042. Looks like $14, $15 from previous highs as support. So plenty of support on the way down. Let's see. That's where I was a little bearish. Maybe a top was coming in. Nope. Boom. Made a top. Came all the way back down into support near the previous break line. Again, always does that. It's pretty nice. And doubled back. So far on the 4 hour, we got support on the 8. We got support on the 3 hour, 2 hour, doubled back right. Look at how all the averages are right there. Look for previous high breaks on the hourly chart, 1060. And for the monthly, we just kind of closed above previous highs, which we're well into the next range of things. Previous high candle was at 1136. Previous highs at 1152. See what happens. Looks pretty bullish. 1060's a break. Shanghai monthly looks awesome. This price is coming into a pinch on the monthly. Weekly, it's climbing steadily. Nice hammer off support. Came into resistance, got rejected, and now it's closing on a weekly so far above the EMA 8. So it's climbing, and it's got some support now. We got previous highs on support. Previous highs, next previous highs 3173. Breaking previous highs here can get us into the next range of things. Onward and upward to 3220. So it looks like a pretty clean break so far. We got previous highs coming in. Nice flat top break at 3172. Gold. So gold was a little hesitant. It's not closing off. It's a little bit off its highs. But nonetheless, we broke 1220 with a vengeance. And it looks like it's on the up and up. Breaking into the next range of things. Nice. We got previous lows right now at 1240. Hopefully we can break into the previous lows and hit that top of the range, which is 13. Let's hit that 34, get above the 34 this week. Just a little bit more. Just a tiny bit. 34 is at 1263. $20 and let's see, 2 more days. Well, yeah, today was Wednesday. 2 more days of trading. Could be done. Silver, same thing. Let's hit that 34. Let's bounce into previous ranges. We got flat top break coming at previous highs just about 18. Let's get up to the 1850 range and hit resistance. 1850 is a big number on the long-term chart. So we got lots of resistance on the way up. We got to get over the previous highs. If we can get over previous highs, maybe we can hit the next range of things. Hit that 850, come back into support, and then start climbing. 1850 and up is a big number. Copper. Looks like it's coming back in. Weekly closing above the 8 so far. Looks like it's got a lot of work to do. Copper kind of broke down into support. Now it's climbing. Let's get above the 8. Let's make a previous high break, flat top. Get this thing rolling with gold and silver. It's not doing what it should be doing. Should be running with gold and silver. Let's see what happens. Maybe gold and silver is waiting or catching up because copper already broke out. Maybe that's the case. Who knows? But I wish they'd run together. 10-year note. Dang. That broke down. We got support at previous lows. Look for the flat bottom break onto the downside. It looks like a pretty clean break. We got lower highs. All the evidence points towards down. We've got a flat bottom, which probably will not hold very well. Anything could happen. We got a top, and now it's coming back into support. So let's see if it'll break that support line. Looks a lot 2% down today, or 1.5% down. Let's see how the weekly is holding up. Weekly, just hanging on by a tether. Looks like closing so far below the 13, so it's breaking through support lines. Let's get through the previous low breaks. Maybe fill that gap. I got the gap to fill it in and around 2. Looks bearish. GDX, right over that 34. It's pretty nice. We got indecision closing today. Coming into previous highs. I think we talked about this. Sell into resistance. We got previous lows and previous highs, and prices coming into both of them right now. That's a large line of resistance. So keep your eyes open. Pullbacks are good. Buy the dips. On a bullish trend, buy the dips, buy the dips, buy the dips. GDXJ. I got a resistance line right there. Right there. So let's see if we can hit that on GDXJ. Damn. Right over the 34, just like gold and silver should be doing. The miners look like they are doing it first. So nice move across the 34. Let's see how high we can get this thing coming back into support. Always watch that pullback. Once it crosses the 34, watch the pullback into support. That's the bullish retracement. You buy into support. That's your best buy. Nugget. Not doing as well as the others, but it certainly is over that balance line. Let's see if we can do what the others are doing. Let's see if we can hit 20 by the end of the week. That would be awesome. On Nugget. Still bullish. Always watch for pullbacks back into support. Use the 8 as your support lines. And now we have a nice, we got a opposing point right through the gap, support and resistance lines. And it broke that balance point. So now we can move this. Let's move it to the other side of the gap, or we can move it to the top here. Now let's move it to the first opposing point. Center of the gap. So I got the opposing point here, and then the opposing point on the other side here, making this resistance here. It looks like it got rejected a little bit. Pullbacks are good. Nonetheless, you got resistance all the way up. And let's fill that gap. That's your major line of resistance right there at 16. See if Nugget can get up there before it turns around for consolidation. JNUG. Looks like it broke previous highs yesterday. Let's get him to that gap area. Just like on Nugget. Weekly. Just a beautiful bottom pattern there. I got resistance coming in right on that line. Let's see if we can hit the 13 or the 34. Once it hits the 34, watch for pullbacks. I got a big line of resistance right there where previous highs and previous lows meet. Everything's pretty much looking pretty good out there. Maybe X made it over the 34. Let's keep to these on the weekly. Looks like GG's closing on its highs. USLV still trying to pump this thing. Let's break into, we got large resistance line right where we're at, where lows are reaching the highs, where these lows are reaching those highs, and now we're breaking. So just a little bit outside. So let's make sure we break into previous lows. Let's hit that opposing or the natural course of return. I'm hoping for some good move. It's definitely broken that bottom pattern. So we got support all the way down. Let's break into previous lows. Let's do it. BVN. Same. AU, PVG. Nice break off of that 34. Came into support. Boom. Just a little bit outside that previous pattern. And on PVG, it looks like a longer term breakout could be in effect. Look at that. Beautiful. Made a high, came all the way back into support on the 34, made a reversal bar, and just kept going. We got ultimate highs at, what is that, 18 something? Ultimate highs at 18, we are at 12. Watch that ultimate high break. Could be a good one. Boro should be still bullish. Nice monthly pattern. Bullish retracements confirmed. Nice gap and run. Closed on its highs at previous highs. So we'll see if this doubles back tomorrow or not. Looks like resistance at 6. Emotional spot on the chart. IAG. Nice break. Closing on its highs, looks still bullish. Anything could happen. These things can double back, no problem. Nice clean break on EXK. Clean. There's a V bottom. This might need to go up and make an opposing point sometime. There's a V bottom. We got a small opposing point here, but not enough, I don't think. UI should be coming off that bottom. This previous break. I was looking at, oh yeah, VGZ. We want to make sure we know that it finally broke clean as day, right outside that channel. URA. Oh, URRE. Looks like we got that bounce we were looking for all the way back down into support, and now look at that. Let's see how it closed. For a weekly so far, it looks like a hammer. Hammer's coming in. Saved by the bell, made a double bottom. We're working with a double bottom now. We got an inverted hammer confirmed on the upside. Closing above the 8 on a daily. Nice bounce. Came all the way back in. Nice boom. Came all the way back in. Double bounce. Double bottom bounce. Let's see if we can close a hammer on that. That would be pretty sweet. I think this one you want to watch for the reversal bars. And now we got a bearish piercing pattern in effect now. So look for downturns in this. See how it opened up and closed in? And the rule is closing below 50% of the body. So it's closing below 50% of that body. That's a bearish piercing pattern on the daily chart. And it made a double top. And it was rejected. And kind of a 2-bar pattern here is a bearish piercing pattern. Watch out. Let's see what happens with that. And if the candles are telling us a story of watch out. This one kind of turned over. It's trying to gather its legs, I guess. And that's about it. If you guys are interested, I started a Bitcoin channel. Not much going on over there. Lots of penny stocks, but pretty fun. It's kind of like trading back in the 90s when everything was running. Let's see if we can make new highs this next couple days. Close the week out with gold and silver on their highs. Let's see if we can get above those 34s. Pretty nice. Looks like the miners are golden, especially GDXJ right over the 34, and GDX right over the 34 on the weekly charts. Nice. Support's got a hold. Let me know what's going on out there. Please share, like, and comment. Follow me over there on Steemit, and I'll catch you guys later. See ya.